This summer, I'm dressing with intention. No more rushed outfits, no more regret buys, and definitely no more someday clothes. I've built a summer capsule wardrobe that's elegant, easy, and personal. In this video, I'll show you what's in it, why it works, and what you might want to steal. Some pieces are old favorites, others are new finds from a Milan stylist. And wait until you see what I wear when I want to look dressed without dressing up. It's near the end, and it might surprise you. Now, let's start with the one piece I've worn more times than I can count, my linen shirt. Specifically, I'm talking about a classic button-down linen shirt in white, ivory, or a soft, neutral-like sand. There's something about this piece that just feels right, clean, breathable, and versatile in ways you might not expect. If you've ever looked at your summer wardrobe and thought, why do I have so many tops but nothing I actually want to wear? This shirt might be your answer. The magic of linen is that it has personality. It creases just enough to feel relaxed, but not sloppy. I like to call it intentional ease. And when you're over 50, the last thing you want is to feel like you're swimming in fabric or tugging at collars that don't sit right. That's why I always look for linen shirts with a proper collar, slightly tailored shoulders, and sleeves you can roll up without them falling down 5 minutes later. What makes it truly indispensable is how it transitions throughout the day. I wear mine open over a tank and swimsuit when I'm at the beach or pool, an instant cover-up that doesn't scream beachwear. Then later, I'll tuck it into a pair of wide-leg trousers for a casual lunch, maybe add a long necklace and a low bun, and I feel completely pulled together without trying. It even works as a light layer on cool evenings when you're dining outside or running errands. And here's something most women don't realize. A white linen shirt can replace at least 4 other tops in your closet. That's what makes it ideal for capsule wardrobes, and especially for travel. I always roll mine into my suitcase. Yes, roll it, not fold it, and it takes up hardly any space. The moment I pull it out, it still works, creases and all. If you've ever bought linen and thought, this just looks messy on me, it might have been the wrong cut or a too thin fabric. I avoid anything with dropped shoulders or overly boxy fits. I also steer clear of those linen blends that feel synthetic and don't breathe well. You want the real thing, 100% linen, preferably washed or softened so it doesn't feel stiff. Now, once you've got that linen shirt, let's talk about what goes underneath. And no, it's not just any old tank top. I'm talking about the neutral tank that's thick enough, shaped enough, and stylish enough to wear on its own, even in your 50s or beyond. This isn't the flimsy kind that you wear to bed or layer under sweaters. This is the kind you can wear to brunch, the farmer's market, or even under a blazer if you're feeling sharp. The key is the fabric. I always go for ribbed cotton or modal blend tanks that have a bit of stretch but still feel substantial. You want something that holds its shape after a few washes and, most importantly, doesn't show your bra lines or every bump underneath. I don't know who decided white tanks should be see-through, but we're not doing that anymore. I like warm neutrals like almond, camel, or stone. They're much more forgiving and, frankly, more elegant. What I love about a good tank is how many ways you can wear it. Tucked into a midi skirt with a straw bag and sandals? Effortless. Layered under a linen blazer with wide-leg trousers? Chic and clean. Worn with jeans and a belt for a casual day out? Easy and modern. It's the kind of piece that makes the rest of your wardrobe work better. And that's what we want at this stage. Clothes that help other clothes shine. I get asked a lot if sleeveless is still okay over 50. The answer? Absolutely, if the cut is right. Look for tanks with slightly wider straps and a neckline that's not too low. I prefer a scoop or modest crew neck that doesn't dip too far. It frames the face nicely and gives enough coverage that you're not adjusting all day. And if you're still self-conscious about your arms, throw that linen shirt over it and you've got options. When I travel, I bring 2 or 3 of these. They take up no space, go with everything, and can be washed in the sink and hung to dry if needed. They're my secret weapon for pulling together quick outfits that still feel considered. Let's move on to one of my favorite pieces in any wardrobe, but especially for summer, the wide-leg trouser. Not jeans, not tight cropped pants. I mean floaty, elegant trousers that move with the breeze and make you feel instantly stylish the moment you put them on. If you've ever stepped into a pair that drapes just right, you'll know exactly what I mean. The reason I'm so passionate about these is because they solve so many of the challenges women face over 50. They give you room through the hips and thighs without looking frumpy. They elongate the leg beautifully, and they're infinitely more breathable than denim. Look for a pair that sits high on the waist with a flat front. Very important for clean lines. And perhaps an elastic back if you want comfort without sacrificing structure. Fabric choice is everything. Linen, yes, but also look for viscose, cupro, or soft cotton blends. These materials drape better and don't cling. I love a pair in stone or soft olive for summer. They feel neutral, but a bit more interesting than your usual beige. If you're traveling, navy is a smart choice too. It hides stains, goes with everything, and works for day or night. You'll often find me wearing these with a tank tucked in, a slim belt, and maybe a pendant necklace. Add a pair of leather sandals or even espadrilles, and you've got a whole outfit. And unlike shorts, which I personally don't wear often anymore, these give me coverage without heat. Perfect for hot days when you still want to look put together for lunch, sightseeing, or just running errands. Here's another bonus. These trousers pack beautifully. Roll them, don't fold, and they come out of your suitcase ready to wear. I brought one pair to Palm Springs last year and ended up wearing them 3 days in a row. Different tops, same base. No one noticed, and I felt amazing every time. And ladies, can we talk about pockets? A good pair of wide-leg trousers with side or hidden pockets can carry your phone or lipstick without bulging. Once you try the right pair, you'll forget all about those stiff summer pants we used to force ourselves into. Now, if trousers aren't your thing, or even if they are, there's one piece I always include in my summer capsule: the midi skirt. The kind that moves with you, sways in the breeze, and instantly makes you feel feminine without trying too hard. For me, the midi skirt is the secret sauce to a summer wardrobe that feels light, elevated, and incredibly easy to style. What makes a great midi skirt? It has to hit somewhere below the knee but above the ankle. No ankle-length stiff fabrics or loud prints. I usually go for soft satin, tencel, or viscose blends that glide over the body and don't cling. Bias cuts are wonderful for that gentle hourglass shape, and elastic back waists are a lifesaver if you plan to sit, walk, and eat your way through summer in style. I love pairing a midi with a neutral tank or even tying up that linen shirt we talked about earlier. If I want to elevate the look for evening, I'll throw on a silkier top and some drop earrings. It's honestly so versatile. I wore one on a beach vacation with flip-flops, and then again 2 weeks later to an outdoor dinner party with wedges. Same skirt, completely different vibe. A big mistake I see is women choosing skirts that are too stiff or printed in colors that don't work with anything else in their wardrobe. Stick to neutrals or soft metallics. Think champagne, bronze, navy, or cream. They blend seamlessly, and you can wear them again and again without anyone thinking, "Oh, that skirt again?" Another tip: packability. This kind of skirt folds flat in a suitcase and comes out looking fresh. No ironing, no steaming, no fuss. I packed one last year for a weekend trip to Sonoma and ended up wearing it 3 different ways. It just worked with everything. And because I get so many questions about which skirts I actually wear, I've added links to a few I love in the description box below. These are the ones I personally own or have recommended to my close friends, and yes, they're worth every penny. Now let's talk about something I never leave out of my suitcase, no matter where I'm going: the travel dress that never looks wrong. This is the dress that gets compliments at breakfast, looks right at an art museum, and still works when you're grabbing gelato at 9 p.m. It's that one piece that earns its place in your capsule wardrobe 10 times over. And when you find your version of it, you'll wonder how you ever traveled without it. What I mean by never looks wrong is this. It should be timeless in cut, made of a breathable, travel-friendly fabric, and easy to accessorize. I love a midi or T-length option, often in a soft jersey, cotton poplin, or even a fluid tencel blend. Think simple lines, maybe a V-neck, maybe a short flutter sleeve, something with a little structure but still enough to walk, sit, and eat comfortably. That sweet spot between dressy and relaxed is what makes it work so well. Color is another thing to consider. I tend to go with solid tones like navy, olive, or black. Yes, even in summer, just pair it with lighter accessories. These shades are easy to restyle and photograph beautifully if you're taking travel pictures. You can always bring color in with a scarf or bag, but your base should be neutral enough to stretch across different occasions. I also think a travel dress should pass what I call the 3-setting test. You should be able to wear it to lunch, to a casual cocktail gathering, and while sightseeing. If your dress only works in one setting, it's not capsule-worthy. My go-to is a sleeveless midi with a cinched waist, belted or with a drawstring, and it looks just as great with sneakers during the day as it does with espadrilles in the evening. I've worn it with a denim jacket in Paris and a straw hat in Santa Fe. It adapts effortlessly. And can we talk about maintenance? A true travel dress should never wrinkle like crazy. That's why I avoid linen for this one piece, and look for fabrics that shake out quickly or don't crease much to begin with. You want to be able to roll it into your suitcase and pull it out looking ready to go. I even hand-washed mine in a hotel sink once and it dried overnight. Good as new. This is the kind of dress I recommend building outfits around. You can wear it with that linen shirt tied at the waist, or layer it with a shawl or lightweight wrap for cooler evenings, which leads me perfectly into the next piece you'll want to keep close at hand. And now, let me tell you about the one item I always keep within reach in the summer, a lightweight wrap or shawl. This little wonder has saved me from over-air-conditioned planes, breezy restaurant patios, and countless cool evenings when a jacket would have felt like too much. It's simple, elegant, and endlessly useful. And if you don't already have one in your capsule, you might be missing the secret weapon of the stylish traveler. The beauty of a wrap is that it serves so many functions, but it always looks intentional. I prefer natural fibers like cotton gauze, bamboo, or cashmere blends, depending on the climate. My current favorite is a gauzy taupe wrap I picked up in Florence years ago. It's feather-light, rolls into my tote, and somehow works with everything. You want something soft, breathable, and not too bulky. Nothing that overwhelms your outfit or feels like a blanket. Now, how you wear it is where the magic happens. You can toss it over one shoulder and let it drape like a scarf. You can tie it in front over a sleeveless dress for a little extra coverage. Or my personal favorite, wrap it loosely around your arms and wear it like a shrug. It instantly adds elegance, especially in the evening. I wore one recently to a garden dinner party over a silk tank and midi skirt, and it pulled the whole outfit together. Another trick, use it as a makeshift beach cover-up or even an airplane pillow. I've laid mine over my knees during a chilly outdoor concert, and even looped it over my hair when I got caught in a bit of wind. The key is choosing a neutral or soft tone that blends with your capsule color palette. Think sand, cream, slate blue, or muted blush. It's the quiet hero of the travel wardrobe. I often get asked if wraps are too old-fashioned, but I think it's all in how you wear them. Choose one in a modern fabric with subtle texture or a delicate border detail. It shouldn't look like it came from the back of your closet in 1998. I stay away from fringe and overly ornate embroidery. Clean, classic, and comfortable is the way to go. I'd love to know, do you already have a wrap you love? Or are you still on the hunt for the perfect one? Tell me in the comments below. I'm always curious to hear how you style yours, or if there's a color you find yourself reaching for over and over again. And if you want me to do a separate video just on styling wraps and scarves for summer, let me know. I have so many tips I could share. Let's talk about shoes, specifically the shoes that work hard for you. If you've ever packed the cute sandals only to end up hobbling back to your hotel after an hour, I've been there too. Over the years, I've learned to treat my shoes like team players in my capsule wardrobe. They need to multitask, support me, and still look chic while doing it. For summer, I always recommend narrowing it down to 3 core types: a walkable sandal, a slip-on flat or espadrille, and a slightly dressier option that still feels like a slipper. My go-to walking sandal is usually a neutral leather pair with cushioned insoles and adjustable straps, because swollen feet in the heat are a real thing after 50. Brands like Echo, Nout, and even some styles from Vionic have been my secret to walking 5 miles without complaining. Then there's the versatile flat, maybe a slide or espadrille. This is the shoe that pulls together your midi skirt and tank outfit, or gives your travel dress a little bit of polish. I love woven leather, raffia textures, or soft canvas. You want something that breathes and doesn't rub. I avoid anything with stiff backs that cause blisters. Think breathable, flexible, and stylish without trying too hard. Now let's not forget the elevated casual shoe, like a low wedge or even a supportive block heel. These are perfect for dinners out, gallery events, or those moments when you want to feel a little more refined. I usually choose one in a nude tone that elongates the leg, with a rounded or almond toe. Don't worry if heels aren't your thing. A structured mule can give you that same sophistication without the height. And here's something I do that has saved me more than once. I keep a small, foldable pair of ballet flats in my bag when traveling. They weigh nothing, and they've saved me from limping through cobblestone streets after I overestimated how comfy my sandals would be. So when I say hardworking, I mean it. Your shoes need to be flexible, literally and figuratively, and prepared for long days with style and grace. If you're building a summer capsule from scratch, I always say start with the shoes. Because if your feet aren't happy, nothing else really works. And now that you've got the footwear sorted, let's move on to an accessory that ties it all together, and yes, it's one you've probably seen everywhere, but it deserves the hype. Alright, so we've got the shoes sorted, and now you're walking into summer with style and comfort. But here's the thing, even the best outfit can feel incomplete without the right bag. And not just any bag. I'm talking about a piece that adds texture, seasonal charm, and function all in one. Trust me, the next item isn't just practical. It's the one detail that will make every outfit look a little more effortless, a little more intentional, and a whole lot more elegant. Now, let's talk about the unsung hero of summer style, the straw crossbody bag. It's light, it's breezy, and it instantly transforms your look into something that says, I'm enjoying the season and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, it's the bag I reach for the most between June and August, whether I'm headed to the farmer's market or meeting friends for brunch. What I love most about straw bags is that they bring in that natural texture that summer wardrobes sometimes lack. Even if you're wearing a head-to-toe neutral outfit, a straw bag adds that little pop of interest. But here's the key. It needs to be structured and compact. I avoid the oversized beach basket styles for everyday wear and stick with crossbody versions that keep your hands free and your silhouette clean. Crossbody bags are especially great for women over 50 because they distribute weight better and you don't have to fuss with straps slipping off your shoulder. Look for one with an adjustable leather strap, a secure closure, like a flap or zip, and enough room for your essentials, phone, glasses, small wallet, maybe a lipstick. I've even found beautiful ones with subtle woven patterns that feel artisanal without being too boho. I always recommend sticking with a neutral straw tone, something honey-colored or light beige, and leather trim in tan or caramel. These shades pair beautifully with your linen shirt, your neutral tank, or your midi skirt. And because the straw texture is such a summer staple, It naturally pulls all your capsule pieces into a cohesive, warm weather look. What really sold me on mine was how versatile it turned out to be. I wore it with a cotton sundress during the day and didn't feel the need to swap it out for dinner that evening. It never felt out of place. And because it's so light, it's a dream to travel with. I just tuck it into my suitcase and pull it out when I land. It's ready to go. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you're already imagining your perfect summer capsule coming together, you're going to love my next one. I'm sharing 7 things elegant women over 50 buy before summer. And let me tell you, it includes a few little secrets I swear by every year before the heat hits. It's packed with practical ideas you can use right away, and a few unexpected finds that might just become your new favorites.